Oh, wow! I found this shortcut to school, Ted exclaimed, peering down a narrow, leafy trail cutting through the forest. His mother's voice echoed in his mind as he considered taking it. Remember not to take any unusual routes. Ted shrugged off the memory with a grin. It'll be fine. Just a shortcut. I'll be there faster, he muttered confidently, stepping onto the path. As he walked deeper, the forest around him seemed to change, growing stranger and filled with vibrant colors. The trees seemed to shimmer and whispers rustled through the leaves almost as if they were alive. Ted shook his head, feeling an odd sensation creep over him. Wait, what's happening? Why do I feel so different? He whispered, looking around. This isn't just a shortcut. He began to panic as his skin tingled and he felt a shift. Glancing down, he noticed his clothes transforming, his body changing. No, what just happened? He cried out in shock. Ted was now someone else, a girl. She stood there in the forest, stunned and unsure of what to do. This can't be happening. I need to get back home, she murmured, turning to leave. But the path behind her had vanished, replaced by dense trees and mist. What is this place? Where did the shortcut go? She whispered, heart pounding as she tried to retrace her steps. Every turn led her deeper into the forest, which seemed alive, shifting and closing off her escape. I need help. I need to find someone who knows where I am, Ted thought aloud, wandering for what felt like hours. Suddenly, a soft voice called from the distance. You've entered the hidden path, child. Ted spun around, her eyes wide with fear. Who's there? Show yourself, she demanded. From the mist emerged an old woman, cloaked in leaves and twigs. You took the shortcut, didn't you? Now you must follow its rules. What are you talking about? I just wanted to get to school, Ted replied, desperate for answers. The woman gave her a solemn look. The forest doesn't work that way. Once you enter the hidden path, you must accept its gift or curse. Ted's face fell as she absorbed the woman's words. Gift or curse? What does that mean? The path grants you what you least expect. It has transformed you into who you were meant to be, who you should have always been, the old woman explained, her gaze piercing. Ted felt a wave of confusion and frustration. This wasn't supposed to happen. I just wanted to save time. The old woman gave her a sympathetic look. Time is never saved by shortcuts, child, only by understanding the journey. Ted was at a loss. But I don't understand. What am I supposed to do now? The old woman nodded. You must learn to accept the change. You cannot return until you do. With that, she began to walk deeper into the forest. Wait, Ted called. Can you help me get back to the real world? The woman paused and looked back. The only way back is to truly understand what you've become. The words hung in the air as she vanished into the trees, leaving Ted alone. Fine, Ted whispered, resolute. I'll figure it out. Just tell me where to start. Her voice carried into the silence, and the woman's voice returned, a soft whisper on the wind. You must find the heart of the forest. It is the key to your understanding. Determined, Ted set off into the woods, her heart pounding as she prepared to confront whatever lay ahead. Ted walked deeper into the strange forest, noting how each step felt more mystical, more alive. She murmured to herself, This place, it feels like it's watching me. She felt different, not just in appearance but in spirit. What's happening to me? Why do I feel so different? She whispered, touching her face, her new features unfamiliar. She kept walking, a sense of urgency pushing her forward, though she couldn't shake the feeling that the forest was guiding her. As she continued, a faint light appeared in the distance, shimmering in the dense trees. That must be it, the heart of the forest, she said, a glimmer of hope brightening her face. She picked up her pace, the path widening as if welcoming her closer. Finally, she reached a clearing where a glowing stone rested in the center, radiating warmth and light. This is it, the heart of the forest, she whispered in awe, reaching out to touch it. The moment her fingers brushed the stone, a flood of memories surged through her mind. She saw herself running through life, always rushing, always searching for shortcuts. The forest had shown her something deeper. I understand now, she murmured, tears filling her eyes as she realized the lesson. She had been running from herself, from fears, from taking time to understand who she truly was. I've been avoiding things, but maybe I need to stop and face them, she admitted. The light of the heart faded, leaving her with a renewed clarity. She turned to leave, feeling a sense of peace, a sense of acceptance. "I'm ready to go back," she said softly. The forest shifted, opening a path back to her world. As she walked through, each step brought her closer to the life she knew, but she was no longer the same. When she finally returned home, her mother was waiting for her, eyes wide with worry and surprise. "Ted, where have you been? You're so different." Ted smiled, her heart calm and steady. I have a story to tell you." And so she began sharing the magic of the hidden path, the shortcut, and how it had changed her, not just in body, but in heart.